channel. I am so happy that you're here and that you clicked on today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be reading books that I have been saving for the fall. I have a few books on my TBR that I bought, either early in the year or the end of last year and wanted to save them for this fall season. So that is what we're doing today. I am so excited for these books. And first up is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. If you've been here a minute, you know that I've mentioned repeatedly that I want to read this season, and here we are. I have already started this. I'm on page 36, and yeah, I am enjoying this. I'm not 100% hooked on it yet. I did go into it blind. I read some of the synopsis, but not fully. So I have no idea what the plot is or where the story's gonna go. And I have to say, I'm not 100% hooked yet. But I love this author. And so I am willing to give it, a fair shake. A little bit confused as to where the story's going. I'm not confused about what's going on. I just don't know what the plot is. Over halfway. I'm on page 245, chapter 20. And guys, I have to admit, let me grab the dust jacket. I have to say, this isn't my favorite. I'm getting very easily distracted by like my phone and mainly my phone. Wanting to do other things and not really wanting to focus on this book. Now, when I am reading it, I'm enjoying it. Like, there are parts with the characters that I am really, really enjoying. The banter between our two main characters is it's amazing. Just like with the Shepherd's King duology, the banter in this one is just as good. I'm just not fond of the plot. Like, it's not as fast-paced as the Shepherd's King duology. There's not as much stuff going on. There's not as much action, if that makes sense. The beginning was a bit slow. It took me a minute to kind of get into the story, but I am enjoying it. It's just not my favorite, and I'm interested to know what's happening, but I don't really care about, I hate to say it that way because there are parts of the story that I care about. Like, I want to know how it ends. I want to know if they find what they're looking for. But as far as like the magic system and everything, I don't know if I fully understand it. I'm gonna read the synopsis, and so this will tell you what it is about because I can't explain to you what it's about. Sybil Delling has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all. Like the other foundling girls who traded a decade of service for a home in the great cathedral, Sybil is a diviner. In her dreams, she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures known as the Omens. From them, she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across the Stonewater Kingdom's windswept moors and craggy mountains to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical, and devilishly handsome, the knight Roderick has no respect for Sibyl's visions. But when Sibyl's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. I'm enjoying it. So I don't want you to think that I'm not. I just definitely enjoyed the Shepherd King's duology a whole lot more. But yeah, like I said, I really like Sibyl's character and I really like Roderick's character, the knight. Their banter, their back and forth is just, it's good, and the tension is building. Like I said, I am on page 245, and let me tell you, the tension is there. So I cannot wait for the romance to, romance. I am on page 328, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't getting a little bored. And I hate that because I love The Shepherd's King duology by Rachel Gillig, and I'm just not loving this book. I mean, I've had fun with parts of it, but other parts not so much. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting bored. I don't know. I have like 70 pages left, and I want it to be over. Honestly, I just want it to be over. I'm on chapter 26, and there are 31 chapters. Just came out of a book slump. I'm like, I don't want to force myself to read it, but at the same time, I only have 77 pages left, so I'm like, might as well just crack down and finish it. There are parts of it that I'm liking, and I will tell you all about it when I finish it. It's just at this point, I'm bored. So I did just finish this about 30 minutes ago, and I have to say, not my favorite. I did not love this book, which is very disappointing. I had high expectations because, like I had mentioned before, I have read 2 other books by her, and they are 2 of my favorite books of all time. I just recently got the special editions of them that I plan to reread and annotate them. But so this was a huge disappointment. I ended up rating it a 2.75 star. I did not love it. I liked parts of it, but as a whole, I don't think I liked it. The last 100 pages, I found myself skimming, like not really caring, not really connected to the story. The ending got me. I didn't really see the ending coming, so that's nice. And if I pick up the next book in this series, it will be simply because of the ending of this one, not because of the whole story. So I don't know. I have some time to think about whether I'm gonna pick up the first book or the next book or not, but as a whole, I just did not really care for this story, and again, it just really makes me sad. It does make me sad. So now we get to pick an extra book to read. Let me grab our options. So we have some options here. These are just some of the books that I've been saving for the fall. Probably my top ones. So we have Always Mine by Laura Pavlov. This one takes place in the fall. Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt. I don't know if this takes place in the fall, but Orange Flowers makes me think of the fall time, and it's raining. So, The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. This just screams fall and spooky season. Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. I don't know why I saved this for fall. I don't know. So these are our options. So I'm not quite halfway, but I'm almost halfway. I'm on page 226 of The 13th Child. I'm really enjoying this. It's not what I expected, and the jury is still out on whether that's a good thing or bad thing yet. I don't know. I'm loving Maverick's character. Maverick is the god of death, and I'm really enjoying his character a lot. We don't really see him a whole lot, but in the scenes that we do see him, I'm enjoying him. I'm enjoying him so much, and yeah, I love his character. At this point, he's my favorite part. I like the way that we see, what's her name? Hazel. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't remember that. I don't know. It's literally right here. This is her name. Wow, okay. I like that we see Hazel's progression as she becomes a healer. We see her evolution. We get to be right there with her as she's learning to become a healer and like studying and having practice and all this. We get to see that, which I really enjoy. I like that she's not just magically knows how to do it. It took work to get where she's at, and I like that we get to see that. She has to hit the books, and I like that. Realistically, that's what we would have to do. So far, the story is well fleshed out, which I would hope for this book to be almost 500 pages. I would hope that it would feel fleshed out, but it does. It has steady pacing, which I am really enjoying. So we follow Hazel. She is the 13th child, and in this world, 13 children is very rare. Normally, people have 10 to 12. So when you have a 13th child, that is extremely rare, and not a lot of families want a 13th child. So when Hazel's family found out that they were having a 13th child, they were not very happy about it. And so they tried to give her to several of the gods, and the gods were like, no. So then one day, Maverick, the god of death, shows up and is like, hey, I will take her. She will be mine. And so in their minds, they were like, okay, they thought that he would take her and raise her as soon as she was born, but that is not the case. He waits a couple years until she becomes a specific age. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what age, but she becomes a specific age, and then he comes and takes her, and then that's when she learns to become a healer for him. So far, and now she has to do something for the king. He's sick with something, and so she's trying to figure that out and heal him. I feel like that's going to be the second half of the book, because everything that I just told you was the first half. So I feel like the second half of the book is going to be her trying to figure out what is wrong with the king, and maybe we've met a love interest, which is the prince, Prince Leopold. Maybe he's a love interest. I don't know, but I feel like it would be a good plot point for him to be the love interest, because they didn't have a good first interaction. And she kind of didn't like him very much because he was not very nice to her. So I feel like that would be a great love interest there, because we really haven't met anyone else. Well, we've met one that was a potential love interest, but I feel like he would be a good one. So anyway, that is what is going on with this book. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, not at all what I was expecting. Unmade bed. My sheets are clean. I just have been too lazy to actually put them on my bed. But anyway, I did finish The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig, and I did enjoy it. I ended up rating this a 4-star. I think at some parts it felt a little slow. Like, sometimes I feel like it would have been okay if it was a little shorter, if we cut out a little bit of the detail. Like, detail is good, don't get me wrong. We want details. Details are good. But I feel like on some things it was a little over descriptive, if you know what I mean. So I loved the ending. It ended in such a wonderful way, and yeah, I feel like the story was wrapped up really nicely. I loved the romance that was in here. I wish we got to see a little bit more of the romance. We didn't really get to see much. The romance really didn't start until towards the end of the book, which kind of stinks, because again, I would have liked to see more of the romance, because I really enjoyed what I did see. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed this. So I have started Always Mine by Laura Pavlov, and honestly, I have read over half of the book. And I haven't had time to sit down and do an update, so that's what we're doing now. I'm on page 208. I am quite a bit of the ways through this, and I'm liking it. The fall vibes are very good. I feel like reading this towards at the end of October and the beginning of November, because we are in November now, was a good choice because we see Halloween, we've already seen Thanksgiving, but like there were talks of Thanksgiving and like things leading up to Thanksgiving and everything, and now we're talking about Christmas because we are towards the end of the book. But I think the fall vibes are perfect, and I highly recommend reading this at the end of October, beginning of November, because let me tell you, I'm loving it. I'm loving the vibes. As far as the story is concerned, there is a trope in this that I don't love. I guess it is on the back. So it's the like teach me things trope where she makes a bargain with him and is like, hey, I don't really know much about sex. Like I've only had one partner and it really wasn't that great. Can you teach me some things? That kind of thing, and I do not love that. I don't love when their romance is based off of that. And it's friends to lovers, but it's also like teach me things, and I hate that trope. I don't really like when they start being romantic because of physical intimacy. I don't love that at all. So not loving the trope at all, but I am enjoying the characters a lot, and I think that's why I've continued to read it, because I love the setting, I love the characters. The found family in this is amazing. Like I really am enjoying all of these things. We have a little bit of a mystery plot going on as well with our male main character's father, so that is really interesting, and I'm enjoying that part as well. So there are aspects of this book that are keeping me into it and keeping me invested, but the trope, not my favorite. So it's definitely not a 5-star or anything. So our male main character is a firefighter, which, okay, we love. And our female main character she owns a bakery, and they've been best friends since they were young. Our male main character didn't have the best childhood. He lived in an abusive household, and so to get away, he would just go to Vivian's house, and honestly is reminiscent of It Ends With Us in the sense of Atlas like would go to Lily's house and just kind of hide away there, and that's really what Nico does with Vivian. And so that's how that friendship grew, and they've been best friends ever since. And yeah, small town. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's not going to be super highly rated, but I'm loving the vibes. Like I said, the characters are great. I'm not going to start repeating myself because that's annoying. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to finish this in the next day or so. And yeah, this is the last book of today's video, which is crazy. I feel like I've been filming this video forever, honestly, guys, because it took me a good bit to read this, because I feel like I was still trying somewhat to get out of my book slump with this book. But this one, and that's another thing, this book is so fast-paced. I am flying through it. The font is pretty big, so again, flying through it. Fast-paced, very bingeable read. Hey guys, I know this is probably like the most boring angle that I could possibly come up with, but my bed is still unmade and my room is a little bit of a mess, but you don't care. I just finished Always Mine by Laura Pavlov, and I enjoyed this. Obviously, there was a trope in it that I did not love, and I didn't like that their romance was kind of based off of that. I did not love that at all. But I really enjoyed like the found family, and our male main character is a firefighter, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I think I'm gonna rate it a 3.5 stars because, like I said, I did enjoy like the found family of it all, and there's like this mystery plot going on, like I mentioned before, which was really interesting. And I want to see what the next book is about because I have an idea, and I may find myself reading the next book in this little romance series. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.